scariest Florida housing market crash just got worse. Are you considering buying or selling a home in Florida? You might want to hold off on that decision. Recent figures suggest that the already chaotic housing market in Florida is expected to get worse in 2023. With the Federal Reserve hiking Fed funds rates to stifle inflation, mortgage demand has decreased to a level not seen in the past 28 years, and interest rates are hovering around 7%. This move will put pressure on everyone and lead to a reduction in the amount of demand in the housing market. The Naples housing market is a prime example of how these tendencies have played out, with closed sales down by roughly 36% and cash transactions down by 29.5%. Want to know more about the scariest Florida housing market crash that just got worse? Stay tuned until the end to find out what you need to know before making any real estate decisions in Florida. The housing market in Florida is already in a state of chaos, and recent figures suggest that it's only going to get worse in 2023. The Federal Reserve's attempts to stifle inflation by hiking Fed funds rates are expected to continue, and mortgage demand from house purchasers has plummeted to a level not seen in 28 years. This move is putting pressure on everyone and leading to a reduction in the demand for homes. Last week, there was a decline of 6% in the number of mortgage applications submitted to purchase a home, marking the third consecutive week that demand for mortgages has fallen. The situation is grim, and it's important to stay informed if you're considering buying or selling a home in Florida. Although this data is not updated in real time, it is more up-to-date than the vast majority of housing statistics, which are often 1 month behind. The interest rates on mortgages have increased by 0.5 percentage point in the past month, and it is not anticipated that the trend will be positive. People who advise others to marry the house and date the rate should be avoided. Although it is true that you can refinance your mortgage at some point, it is quite unlikely that this will happen in the near future. It is not a good idea for individuals who are considering purchasing a home in the near future and intends to refinance their mortgage at a later date to get a lower interest rate. Those individuals should abandon this strategy. The housing market in Naples is a good example of how the tendencies discussed above have played out. According to the data collected for the housing market in January 2023, for the metro area that encompasses Naples, Immokalee, and Marco Island, closed sales were down by roughly 36%, and cash transactions were down by 29.5%. There was a 3.8% increase in the median sales price, but there was a 27.5% increase in the average sales price, bringing it to $1.7 million, which is not sustainable. The median amount of the original list price that was received decreased by 6.3 percentage points to 93.7%, but the median amount of time it took to reach a contract increased by 72 percentage points to 43 days. The average number of days it took to make a sale was 87, which is a 24% increase. The number of new sales that are under contract fell by 24 to 510, while the number of new listings increased by 4%. The number of homes on the market that are now in the process of being offered for sale has decreased by 26%, which is referred to as the pending inventory. As we get farther into the year 2023, it is anticipated that these tendencies will remain consistent across the majority of Florida's marketplaces. In 1929, there were 157% more active listings, meaning there was more competition for sellers and more options for buyers. Additionally, the number of months' supply of inventory increased by 275%. If the supply of homes on the market is less than 6 months, it is considered a seller's market. If the supply is between 4 and 4.5 months, it is considered a neutral market. And if the supply is greater than 6 months, it is moving towards a buyer's market. This indicates a lot of competition, giving buyers many options to choose from. Unfortunately, this kind of growth cannot be sustained because prices and interest rates are too high. Distressed sales can pull the market down, but in the Collier County area of the Naples, Immokalee, Marco Island metro area, there were 0 foreclosures in January 2023, a 100% decrease from January 2022. This market does not have any distressed sales as of right now, but the market characteristics may shift in the future. The housing market in Florida has not shown any indications of improvement and is likely to continue to deteriorate. Demand for mortgages has fallen to its lowest level in 28 28 years. Interest rates are approaching 7%, and the number of sales in the Naples market has decreased by roughly 36%. While there was a 3.8% increase in the median price, there was a 27.5% increase in the average price, which is not sustainable. Focus should not be on the median sales price, but rather on the value that falls exactly in the middle of a given set of data. On the other hand, the average sales price is a stronger sign of the market strength and has increased by a staggering 27.5% over the past year. This kind of price spike cannot be maintained, and the average price of sales is not going to climb by 27.5% from one month to the next. There is a possibility that the rate of growth will be in the single digits between now and 2023. Although this is not yet known, one thing is quite evident, and that is the fact that interest rates of 7% are not good news for anyone considering purchasing a home. In January 2023, there was no foreclosures in the Collier County region of the Naples-Immokalee-Marco Island metropolitan area, which is a 100% decrease from January 2022. This does not mean foreclosed and other types of distressed sales won't become a possible source of market deterioration. In some instances, individuals may stop paying their mortgages, leading to a foreclosure process that might take anywhere from 18 to 24 months to complete. Recession, inflation, and unemployment are all factors that can contribute to an increase in inventory on the market. The collapse of the housing market in Florida is not unique to the Naples market. Rather, it is an issue that affects the entire state. Even while the facts from the Naples market show that the situation is hopeless, other regions in Florida are experiencing trends that are very similar. The housing market in Florida is clearly struggling, as seen by the fact that the demand for mortgages is at its lowest level in 28 years. Interest rates are approaching 7%, and closed sales are down in most cities. It is critical to keep abreast of the most recent developments in the real estate market in Florida if you are considering the purchase or sale of a home in the state. While an assessment of the Naples market data from 5,000 feet suggests that there are certain issues, the situation in the hyperlocal market might be different. It is essential to collaborate with a real estate professional who is not just competent but also trustworthy and who has experience working in your market. So, if you're considering buying or selling a home in Florida, it's important to stay informed about the current state of the housing market. The situation may seem daunting at first, but don't let that deter you from achieving your goals. With the right guidance and expertise, you can still find success in this challenging market. Recent data suggests that the Florida housing market is likely to get worse before it gets better. However, this doesn't mean that you should put your plans on hold indefinitely. Instead, it's more important than ever to work with a real estate professional who has experience in your local market and can help you navigate the complexities of the current real estate landscape. Remember, while the Naples housing market may be struggling, every local market is unique, and there may be opportunities available that are specific to your area. By staying informed and working with a trusted professional, you can make informed decisions about buying or selling a home in Florida. Don't let fear hold you back from achieving your real estate goals. Take action today and take control of your future in the Florida housing market. We hope that you found this video informative and helpful in understanding the current state of the housing market. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video on the Florida housing market crash. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative content.